ADA, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update because if you refer to my last analysis, I mentioned whoever get the trade from here, they should move their stop loss to somewhere around 1.14. Okay, no, it's still, I mean, as we can see, there was a continuation as a corrective because I mentioned my last analysis, the wiz moving as a corrective. Still, they should move, they keep, but I prefer to still we keep our stop loss as 1.14. But if they want to book more profit, they can move their stop loss to 1.16. But my suggestion is still is 1.14. If the traders, they keep the trade from here, and whoever I mentioned, whoever get the trade from here, either take out the trade in a small profit or move their stop loss to break even. Okay, and whoever get the trade from here, if they keep the trade, maybe they move their stop loss to 1.16. But the trade from this one, mostly we referring to this one, what I suggest is still we maintain our stop loss as the 1.14. Okay, now we want to see what's the next. First things, if we put this stop in relative to the previous one, we see we have a divergence, but this is the 1 hour chart. I mean, the divergence for the 1 hour chart. Still, we can look at this one as a correction relative to this for continuation. Okay, that's when still, if we get any trade set up for buy, we will take the trade. Now we want to see whether we can expect this one turn to a deeper move. Can we put in relative to each other or not? Anyway, we start with daily chart. We want to see how we can look at the chart and how we have been looking for the chart. The first things is, as we know, we mentioned about this flat. Now, whether this is the start of the up move or still we can expect this one turn to correction similar to what we have here. This means this one can turn the start to, continue as a within this channel, or whether we call it channel or not. Maybe we call it this one, the last one can turn to a extension wave. Okay. By the way, we want to see the reversal as, we do the breakout of the 1.0, because if the price can break the 1.0, this is what we don't like it, because at that times easily the price can drop to 0.8 and even lower. Okay. By the way, even this is what we get the reverse, the price reverse, but the way it's reversing from what we can see here is quite corrective, as I show based on 1 hour chart. But if we get a daily correction, it can give us better confirmation for continuation. That's why we prefer to see the correction here. Anyway, we don't have a really good trade setup for continuation based on daily chart. And if we move to forward chart, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking at this one in relative to this. This means I'm expecting to see one move up. At least the price retests 1.35, somewhere around this. If the price cannot break 1.35, then we can put these two in relative to each other, similar to what we have for Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP. We have the similar explanation. Okay, but whether we should look for trade based on forward chart, even I can highlight that there is no, we don't have really good trade setup. And if there is a continuation as a corrective similar to what we have here, mostly we can expect the price to drop unless we see the continuation as a sharp move. It can change, which can change the structure. Okay, anyway, we want to see how we can look for trade. And if I move to 1 hour chart, the first way we have been looking for this one, we have been looking for this one as a flat. The only way to look for this trade, to put our entry above the stop. Anyway, I didn't have any option for, any update for that, and even I didn't get the trade. All right, and right now I'm thinking still we can look at this one as a, if we extend this one, we can look at this one as a correction. Because if I look at this one as a three waves flat, we can look at consider, in that case we need to put this one as a first correction and last, and I don't think we can put this one in relative to this. And even we have a divergence, because if technically we want to put that this one as the first correction and the last, since we have a divergence, this one we call it ABC. That means the next one should give us one more drop. Okay, that's why for me, I'm looking at the chart for a similar, as what I draw here. I'm expecting this one turn to a deeper move similar to what we have here. This is the flat we're looking for. That means still we can look for one move up. Then how we can look at the trade? The first things is I want to, if I even internally we have this flat, but what I prefer if I want to look for buy, I prefer this one give me one more drop. At least price drop to 1.185. If I get one more drop, then I will put my entry above the stop, and from there I will look for reversal. But it depends how deep it can go. If this one turns to a deeper move, like drop to 1.16, having entry above this one is not really good idea. Okay, that's why I put this line. If I see one more drop somewhere around 1.18, then still I prefer to put my entry above this. If this one turn to deeper, then from there we need to look at the chart differently. Okay, now how we can look for trade? If the price reverse from here, it didn't give us any drop, the only way is to look for a sharp move flag, we take the trade. And having entry above this, I won't suggest it. Okay, if the price reverse from here. But if the price start to give me correction, one more drop, then I put my entry above this stop. Because right now, the way I'm looking at the chart, I want to put this one in relative to this. I'm looking at this flat. That's why if I get one more drop, any reversal either as a sharp move flag or having entry above the stop, I will take the trade. But if the price again reverse from here, then we need to see how we can look at the trade. Having entry above this, it depends on the traders, but I won't suggest it. Why? Because simply we can expect one move up with a divergence and the price drop. Because at that times, maybe we can put that this one as a first, this one as a flat, and this one as a last, including the three wave structure. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, the price drop. Okay, that's why I prefer this one turn to a deeper move. Then I will relate in relative to this. That's when we put these two in relative to each other. Then any reversal from there, I will take the trade. Again, this is what I prefer, and this is how I will take the trade if I get. It doesn't mean we have to get 100%. It doesn't mean the price cannot reverse from here. The only question is how we can take the trade, how we can look at the trade setup. Okay. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.